Okay, so all of these in the top section are perfect squares. So take a minute to pause this video and try to do them. Like number 1, where you're thinking to yourself, 64 is what number times itself? So the answer is just 8. And you don't need to do this work right here. I'm just kind of showing you what a square root means. Go ahead and pause this video and try the rest. Okay, let's see how you did. Did you get 7, 5, 3, 6, 0, 1, 2? Now we learned today in a video that, just kind of a reminder that now we're at a higher level math. It's not just the option of getting a positive 8. What else times what else also could give me positive 64? Couldn't I have negative 8 times negative 8? So we learned of this concept called plus or minus. So this answer is actually plus or minus 8, plus or minus 7. 0 is just 0. Okay? If you already remembered the pluses or minuses, awesome. Now in this next section, there is a couple that are just the easy answer. Let me do those two for you. But the rest of these, we have to look at them. Oh, sorry. And also number 15 is just the square root of 6 is 6. Because there's a negative in front, that makes this answer negative. The rest of these we have to look at because they're not perfect squares, and we have to see, like, how could this break down? For example, square root of 34 could be rewritten as 2 times 17. We want to check to see if the radical is fully simplified. So 2 times 17, this one is fully simplified, and we're just going to leave it as the negative square root of 34. Cannot be further simplified without a calculator. All right, for negative square root of 200, let's say that you looked at this and thought of it as 20 times 10. Well, you're going to make your life a lot easier if you can look at these in terms of what perfect square could I break it up to. So for example, 100 times 2, square root of 100 is just 10, and I'm done. If you break this up into 10 and 20, then 10 can break up into 2 and 5, 20 can break up into 2 and 2 and 5. You look for groups of 2. It takes a lot more steps. I really hope you can save yourself time in looking for that perfect square. Don't forget about the sign. This one was already negative, so we need to put a negative with our answer. Okay, negative root 80. When you look at this, you think to yourself, what perfect squares can go in? Can 9 go in? Can 16 go in? Yeah, the square root of 16 is just 4 root 5. Is this a plus or minus 4 root 5, or look what was originally there? Oh, no, there is a negative already there, so it makes my answer negative. Negative 127. 3 doesn't go into that. Let's do a couple tests here. And by the way, if you've got a calculator, use that. 3 doesn't go in. Does 4 go in? No. 5 doesn't go in. Does 6 go in? No. Does 7 go in? No. 8. No. 9? No. Wow, is 127 a prime number? Oh, who knew? Okay, so 127 cannot be factored and broken down into anything else, just like the 34. So we leave it as negative root 127. as is. Okay, last one over here at the 148. I know that 2 at least goes into it 74 times. Okay, but that we can break down the 74 into 2 times something. So, okay, 4 could have divided in. So 4 times 37 are going to be my factors. And we can take the square root of 4, but 37 is a prime number, so we get 2 root 37 as our final answer. All right, this last section is applying this concept that you know that a fraction can be broken up into 2 different square roots. Like the square root of that whole fraction could be broken up into the square root of 1 over the square root of 4. So it's just negative 1/2. Square root of 49 over the square root of 196. And because that one doesn't have a sign, we're going to call it plus or minus 7/13. Square root of 25, square root of 196, square root of 81, square root of 121, square root of 81 over 49, and that's that.